Hello everybody, this is Darren at the Massage Advantage Corporate Office. Today we're going to be going over your market assessment score. Now this is actually going to be kind of a fun test. What it's going to allow us to do is kind of take a look at your facility, the type of business that you operate, and allow you to be compared to other massage type organizations nationwide. Now this test basically accumulates 14 different key questions. These key questions are going to allow us to be able to assess and give you an evaluation and let you know exactly where you kind of fall in the overall rankings. You ready to get started? One of the things you might want to do is while you're watching this video is grab a pen and paper, or at least something to jot a couple notes on. You're going to want to keep up with your score, so at the end, you've got a total number. You ready to get started? Let's do it now. All right, let's look at question number one. Write this down. Number one. Number one is, do you have a website? If you have a website, guess what? You just earned an easy 10 points. Go ahead and give yourself 10 points if you have a website. Question number two actually talks a little bit about your page ranking. Have you ever checked to see what your page actually has as far as a page ranking? Well, I'll tell you what, if you haven't, here's an easy way to do it. Type in www.pagerankchecker.com. Enter that actually in now. When you're looking at PageRanker.com, what it's going to be able to do is allow you to be able to check and see exactly how successful or where your page actually ranks. So let's go ahead and check a page and see how they rank right now. All right, let's look at here. www.backtocentermassage.com. That's just one that came to my top of my mind. All right, there we go. Yeah, look, they've got a website, and look, they've actually got a fairly decent ranking. Their Google rankings actually go from 2 to 10. Now, most of you may think that, well, 2 doesn't sound that great, but in this situation, 2 is actually pretty good. They're fairly well connected, and you can see some information about their search engines and the fact that they have Facebook likes, share pages, Google accounts, all that's kind of set up in here. That helps this number right here. Whatever that number is for your website, take that number and multiply it by 3. That's right. 2 times 3 is 6. I know, sounds pretty easy. Go ahead and give yourself 6 additional points. Now, if you're like me and most other people, when it comes to searching for something, do you use the phone book anymore? Doubtful. How do you search? Well, most of us, we actually use either our smartphones or cell phone, or we use a computer. So what we're going to do in this case is let's just go ahead and pull up Google. Everyone knows who Google is. And let's type in, like we would with most people that are looking for a product or service. Let's say we're looking for a massage. Now, let's say that we're actually looking for a massage in, I don't know, bear with me my bad typing, Parker, Colorado. We type in Parker, Colorado massage. Now, the interesting thing you're going to find is those people that are paying to play, guess what? See this little box up here that's kind of faded in there? Those are the guys that are paying for these pay-per-clicks up here. Down below that, we're going to start finding more of the organic information, but we're also going to find these people down here listed with Google Places. And as you scroll down, we're going to start looking for different type of massage businesses. So what we're going to do is this. If you found yourself, your business, when you typed in the type of service that you offered and your city, not your specific clinic or a business name, but when you typed in the type of massage service you offer and the city, did you find yourself on page 1? If you find yourself on page 1, guess what? 10 extra points. If not, look and see if you're on page 2. Scroll down. Do you see yourself anywhere on here? Yes? No? If you do, guess what? Give yourself 8 points. If not, let's go look at page 3. Page 3, well, if you're on page 3, you get 3 points. Not there? Well, guess what? We're going to try it one more time. Page 4. Are you on page 4? If you're not, well, don't get any points, but if you are, you get 2 points. Add those to your total cumulative score you got right now. Hope you got a running tally. We've been through 3 questions. We got about 11 more to go. The next question we're going to go over is question number 4. Do you actually have a Facebook page or other social media pages that you work with? If you've got a fan page, guess what? This again is an extra easy 5 points. Now you'll notice like here on this Parker, Colorado site, you're going to see this Essential Massage. You click on that, they've actually got themselves their own landing page here. This again is another great way to be able to help promote yourself, and it's something that's going to be very effective when it comes to your overall market assessment score. So again, if you've got a landing page, whatever, go ahead and give yourself 5 additional points. From there, one of the things we're going to look at exactly is when you've got your points up there, let's go ahead and look at number 5. Do you have the share buttons as part of your Facebook page? Let's look at that right now. Now I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to take you to another website right now in order to be able to determine exactly what this looks like. So let's go down here and let's see. Let's go to Massage Advantage. We're going to look at a couple of centers here. In this situation, since we've got Massage Advantage site is so easy to navigate, we're going to simply use it to be able to help show exactly what we're talking about. Go ahead and look at this. If you were clicking on Get a Massage, and let's say we went down here to Texas. Down here in Texas, we actually have one of the Massage Advantage centers who's got a pro listing with us. But your site can have these exact same things. When you scroll down, see these little buttons here that pop up? Those are those little share things that you've got available to you for LinkedIn, Pinterest, Twitter, and things like that. Do you have these available to you? One of the nice reasons for having them is if you actually go down here to the bottom, you can actually see where we have a part of our site, an area where somebody can leave a comment. You'll notice that I left a comment here just a little while ago. When I left a comment, guess what it did? It went straight to my website. That's right. Right here, when you go to my own personal website, what you're going to actually find is this location. This is one of the best places in Texas to receive a massage. Nice part about that is I left a comment, it goes to my Facebook page, and guess what? Here's a direct link to that client. Click that link, where does it go? Straight back to their landing page. This, again, is some very effective marketing tools. Letting other people help you do the heavy lifting, as we call it. That's a great way to be able to promote yourself, an easy way to be able to share information about your business. Ready to go on to the next question? Did you get your points on that one? Oh, by the way, here's how you add your points up. That was question number 5. Question number 5 is that when you actually add your points together, what you're going to do is you're going to be able to tap into 3 different types of social medias. So if you use Pinterest, if you use Twitter, if you use Facebook, you get 5 points for each one of those. You can maximize a total of 15 points for this question. Are you keeping up with your points so far? That's right, 15 points on this one. Got bonus for that one. Let's go ahead and move on to question number 6. Question number 6 is this. Do you actually use a Google map or a way for people to be able to find you online? In other words, when you look at your website, does your website share some information with you? Does it be able to let somebody actually point out? When they click on this, is it going to be able to give them directions on how to find you? Now, you know what? Most people nowadays have got a smartphone. It's got a GPS device or some way to be able to locate you in it. But that also means you're going to need to make sure you at least have that phone number. Having that phone number there and that information is going to be important. But if not, that's what some people just like to be able to print that map out or actually be able to look on it. This is a great way to be able to have it. If you've got a map or a way for people to be able to find directions to you without having to necessarily just type it in so they can kind of get a broad overview exactly where you're at by backing out or scrolling actually into your site, guess what? You're going to get yourself some additional points in that situation. You ready to get some additional points? Give yourself 5 points if you actually have a mapping application actually on your site. Again, for the sake of simplicity, we'll go ahead and stay with this client site just so we can go ahead and navigate through it. The next thing we want to talk about actually is, do you offer an online shopping cart? Now, you know what? This may not be something that you consider to be overly important right now, but I'm going to tell you why it's so important. Having a shopping cart means that you're open 24/7. That doesn't matter if you're actually in a massage session or if you're out for lunch. Guess what? Clients can still go online and buy services from you. So one of the things that we've actually been able to help our clients with is setting this actually up. Do you have these buy now buttons, these options for people to be able to buy massage sessions? This is a great way to be able to keep your cart actually open. Lots of businesses nowadays have this already in place. You know what? If you've got an online shopping cart as part of your website, go ahead and give yourself 5 additional points. Let's look at some other options that clients now also seem to find very useful. Let's go back here and look at another one of our offices just for the sake of simplicity. We go back to the home button, click on Get a Massage. Let's go down here to Georgia real quickly. Here's Superior Health. What do they've got? Well, guess what? They got some of these same features here, but they also have some additional buttons. Well, you know what? One of the new buttons that everybody seems to like is that Schedule Now button. If you're using a scheduling software, you definitely want to be able to have a button on your website sending people to be able to schedule now. Why do you want us to have people schedule now? Well, again, you may be in a massage session and not be able to take a phone call each and every time. So being able to have this button, they can click on it, actually go to that location, and be able to follow the information on here to be able to schedule an appointment. Schedule an appointment saves you time, saves you money, and guess what? Be able to get somebody on your book so when you show up the next day, you got more clients ready to give massages to. So do you have a button right now to be able to schedule massages? If you do, give yourself 5 more points. If you're keeping up with it, guess what? That was question number 8. I'll review all the questions one final time at the end, so we make sure that you got all your points there. But question number 8 was, do you have scheduling software? 5 points. Let's move on to question number 9. Question number 9, some people sometimes consider it kind of a personal question, but you know what? Since it's just you marking up your own score, no big deal. Question number 9 is this. How much income do you actually allocate as far as your gross sales revenue towards advertising and marketing? Now, some people will tell you 2%, but what I'm going to tell you is this. In the massage industry, you got to allocate at least 5%. If you allocate at least 5% of your gross sales actually to your business, guess what? You get to add an additional 5 points. So if you don't allocate at least 5%, well, you don't get to add the points in, because you're going to need some marketing money to be able to keep your business going. 5% is considered the mainstream in the massage industry. Give yourself 5 points. Guess what? That was question number 9. Let's go to question number 10 now. Question number 10 is about how you look to the community. In other words, do you have professionally designed materials? Let's look at an example here. Here's an example of a professionally designed ad. You know what? In this situation, we've got a bunch of locations that are sharing the advertising expense, but being able to have that nice, clean, crisp look, very important. Lets people know how professional you actually are. Making sure that you communicate effectively with great graphics, great design. It doesn't have to be expensive, but being able to have that makes you look really good in the community. In other words, we even have smaller clients that look just like a multi-million-dollar office because they've got great professionally designed material. Do you use rate cards, brochures, or is it only you got business cards? If you use some kind of professionally designed materials, marketing materials, guess what? Give yourself 5 additional points. All right? Ready? Let's move on to the next question. We're going to move on to question number 11. Question number 11 really kind of deals with communication. How do you communicate actually with your clients? When you go to communication with your clients, are you actually sending them emails, postcards, business cards? How are you communicating with them? If you're communicating with your clients every month, sending them something, or at least being able to keep in touch with them, even if it's using an SMS texting program, which is one of the most popular methods to communicate with clients nowadays, give yourself 5 additional points. Now, these programs are really simple to use, and if you have the technology and software nowadays, guess what? You've got email, you've got direct mail, you've got other types of advertising pieces, but being able to send something to them, or again, as I mentioned, 90+% of people who receive a text actually open it. Being able to have your clients opt into a texting program so that you can simply stay in touch with them, letting them know either about availability you have or up-and-coming promotions, specials, or just special announcements is a great way to do it. If you're using some type of monthly communication, give yourself 5 additional points. We're on to question number 12. Almost done. Question number 12 actually talks about being able to build a loyalty program. Do you have a loyalty program as part of your business actually now? You know what? If you don't have a loyalty program, you probably should consider having one. But here's a great example of what a loyalty program can actually consist of. This particular client actually uses one where they actually sell memberships. That's right. Just like some of the big boys do, everybody can actually offer a membership type model. Offering a membership model allows clients to be cemented to your business. Just think about this, for example. If somebody actually has a gym membership, just like yourself, would you go to some other gym to go work out? Heck no. You're going to go where you're paying your gym memberships. This is a great way to cement people to your business, get them to continue to come back over and over again. And best part about it is, when they're a member of your facility, they're also going to do more referrals. Is it okay to give a little bit of a discount for somebody who has a membership? Sure it is, because guess what? Maybe you're going to add the price of your massage in with the price of your membership. Total, that's going to make your total gross revenue. If you don't have a membership program in place, you ought to consider adding one. Great opportunity, great option for you. If you got a membership model, give yourself 5 additional points, or at least if you have some kind of loyalty program. Maybe you actually have a buy 6, get 1 free massage program, or something that's to be able to keep those clients loyal to you. We don't want them out there jumping around the marketplace, going someplace else, or not getting a massage at all. We want to make sure they're cemented to your office. 5 additional points. Now this can be a tough one sometimes for people too. Do you actually have anybody that answers your phones? Well, you know what? If you're a small office, sometimes you don't have the resource to have somebody answer your phones. Maybe you can get an answering service. Maybe you don't want to pay the extra expense for that. But if you do have somebody that's actually answering your phones, guess what? You're going to be able to give yourself 10 additional points. This can be a biggie. But if you don't have an answering service, what we're going to be able to do, or somebody that will be able to answer your phones live, you can always use an answering machine. Now, having an answering machine that's going to be able to direct people to be able to go to your website is also going to be important. If you have an answer machine, you're going to give yourself 5 additional points for that. So question number 13 was, do you have somebody answer your phone for you or have a way to communicate with you after hours? That's 10 points. Question number 14, do you have an answer machine? That's going to give you 5 points. All right, now let's summarize real quickly. In just doing that quick summary, question number 1 was, did you have a website? 10 points. Question number 2 was, when you check the page ranker, take your score that you got there, multiply it by 3. Question number 3 was, when you type in massage, the name of your town, can you be found? What page are you on? Page 1, 10 points. Page 2, 8 points. Page 3, 3 points. Page 4, 2 points. Question number 4, do you have Facebook or social media pages that you work with? If you did, you get 5 points for up to 3 different media forms. for a total of possible 15 points. Number 5, do you use social media as share tools? If you do, guess what? 5 additional points. Do you use the Google Maps program as question number 6? If you do, if it's part of your landing page or your website, you get 5 additional points. Question number 7, do you offer an online shopping cart? If you do, 5 points. Question number 8, do you offer online scheduling? 5 points. Question number 9, do you allocate at least 5% of your gross revenue to advertising and marketing? If you do, 5 points. Question number 10, do you use professionally designed brochures, rate cards, etc. to help promote your business? If you do, 5 points. Question number 11, do you communicate with your clients monthly? If you do, 5 points. Question number 12, do you offer any kind of memberships or monthly discounts or loyalty programs? If you do, 5 points. Question number 13, do you have anybody that's live that answers your phone during your business hours? If you do, 10 points. Question number 14, if not, do you also use or do you have an answer machine? If you do, you get 5 points. All right, now, how many total points can you accumulate? Let's cover that right now. Altogether, we could have had a total of 120 points. Now, for those of you that score 100 to 120 points, guess what? Your business is excellent and your market assessment score is complete. You are a very marketable operation. Your business needs very little tweaking and you're maximizing your opportunity organically in your marketplace. This is a great place to be able to be, a great spot for you to be at. You are utilizing all the tools that made to make a successful model in the massage industry. Congratulations. For those of you that scored 90 to 100, you're above average. You're not quite all the way to the top where you could be, but you are well above average. You're doing a great job, a few small minor tweaks, and you too can also get yourself right to the top, being able to be found organically with a lot of people on the search engines. If you're actually between 80 and 90, well, guess what? You're average. You're about right there in the middle of the stream where about 50% of the people actually are. Now, again, we got a few things we can work on, but this extra little bit of difference that makes a difference for you can add a lot of volume actually to your bottom line. We want to be able to get you definitely moved up. If your score is between 70 and 80, well, you're below average. You're a little behind, but guess what? We can get you caught up pretty quickly. It's just going to take a little bit of time, a little bit of effort, but no big deal. You can catch up. A little bit of study is going to take place. If you're between 60 and 70, well, you are below average. But good news is, again, we've got tools in place to be able to help you, and we can help get you there. It's not going to be that difficult. You just got to know where to be able to go and how to be able to put your program together. If you're below 60, well, I don't want to say you're dead and buried, but what I will tell you is we got a lot of work to do. We can do the work together, and we can hold each other's hand and be able to walk away through this thing, making sure that it's going to happen. But it's going to take a little bit of time, a little bit of effort on your half to be able to make sure this happens. We've seen businesses come into our program in particular and move from below 40% all the way up to 80, 90% in as little as 30 days. How they do it, why they do it, well, there's a lot of information that goes along with that, but part of your market assessment score is to give you some idea of where you stand, where you rank right now compared to everybody else. Congratulations for finishing this off, and what I want to invite you to do is this. Send your market assessment score back to the email that you got this response from. Send us back what your score actually is, and we'll compare you to everybody else. If there's things we can help your business with and get you up to that 90 to 100%, we're going to be able to do that. Remember, you can accumulate a total of 120 points. Most businesses don't get that high, but we would definitely want to get you as close to 100 as we possibly can. When you're at 100, you are going to have the most opportunity to be able to market your business and be able to grow. We look forward to working with you. Give us a call, send us an email. Let us know what your score is. We look forward to being able to help you in the future. Take care.